Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. It's funny. I've been, I've made videos talking about being a refugee, or like during the hurricanes here in the United States, they call them evacuees. So, but anyway, but it dawned on me, that's the way I travel. I travel like a refugee or evacuee. In other words, when I travel, most people, they go for a 2-week vacation. And it's funny, when I go, it's a month on each location. And sometimes maybe 2 months at one location. But like I say, I rent a room, and I just go check out, go do all the stuff around there and stuff like that. That's kind of like when people come to the United States. They go to the United States for a 2-week vacation and then go back and say, yeah, I know what the United States is all about. You know, you're not going to know nothing in 2 weeks in the United States. Matter of fact, you're not going to know a month of what goes on in the United States. In a month, you're not going to learn. You're not going to learn much, and especially if you're going to go to either East Coast or West Coast, you're missing out a lot of what America's all about. And but anyway, like I say, I do travel light. I used to, when I travel in my car, exactly like a refugee in my car. I mean, I got a Foot Locker with just stuff to take care of my car, and then I'll have, like I say, my massage table, because I work as I travel, and I say normally one good big. I normally use soft bags. Now I'm trying a hard bag now, a large suitcase now. And then really that's all I have is just in that one suitcase. Even though I got more stuff in my car, a lot of it is for, like say, gifts, bribing, water, because like I say, I'm normally traveling in the southern, from Oklahoma south, or Texas south. So, so I normally carry a lot of water. Now, things have changed now. You saw I got a new car. And my last car, it's funny, every time I've made it back up here, something happens to my car. And so I got to do major repairs to get it. But it's a tough drive. And I don't get used new cars anyway when I make these trips, because, I might have to leave them somewhere. So I get older cars. And so, but now I got a newer car, and I've had to fly now. And another thing about driving, I carried weapons. I could carry weapons with me. Now I can't. I can't carry weapons, and I'm going to places that weapons are illegal anyway. So it'd be tough driving it anyway. And but I just came back from China. And, I guess not just. I've been back about 2 months now. 2, maybe 3 months. And next month I'm going to be heading back to Asia. But I'll be doing it differently this time. I will be hitting China and Thailand, and I'll be hitting some other countries. I'll be gone for a while. And I'm going to be traveling the lightest I have ever traveled. And that's what made me start thinking about this, is because I will be traveling like a refugee. The only difference is now, I've showed you, now my bus here, I've got it it's set up to be a refugee in this thing here. And but I've always got myself set up so I can be an asset to people. So in other words, a refugee is not necessarily an asset. Normally a refugee is a liability. And, for humanity, it's nice to be good to these poor refugees or evacuees. But as time goes on, you lose your humanity. I'll put it that way. And especially if you've got evacuees or refugees that are planning on staying, then it gets really bad. Okay, so now this is what I talk about. If you're going to be a refugee, you need to be the first one. Be gone first, because at first everybody is open-hearted to you, but as they keep coming, they see they don't have all the resources to take care of everybody, and that's the reality of the thing. It changes. So you need to be one of the first. And the other thing is you need to make yourself an asset. Now we're right back to knowing skills. I'll tell you, you hear me talk about gold and silver. Gold and silver just opens doors. You don't really want to be in a place where your gold and silver is why you're welcomed. Because eventually, even the gold and silver, you'll wear your welcome out. So you really need assets. And like I say, so now I'm traveling with a suitcase. And a suitcase and a backpack, and I think that's about it. I'm going to be going pretty light. Now, this time I'm going to be even lighter than I was last time. When I went to China, I went during the winter, and it's kind of equal to the United States on the I don't know, latitude or longitude, whatever it is. But we're just it's on the opposite side of the world, but it's on the same upper hemispheres, I guess you'd call it, yeah. And the northern part of where they're at is like United States. And so it was cold. So I took cold gear, hooded sweatshirts and pants and long sleeve shirts and, all this kind of stuff. This time's going to be different. I'm going on further south. It'll be more like Texas south. It'll be more like that. So it'll be closer to the equator as I'm over in Asia. And I'll be hitting different countries. And like I say, so I'll be traveling much lighter. And but that's what made me start thinking, man, I'm just like a refugee. The only difference here in the United States, I'd have to have guns and ammo, gold, silver, skills, and the stuff I need to make the journey. Now, I'm not going to be able to take guns, ammo. Matter of fact, I'm not going to be able to take knives. Now gold and silver, I took it when I went to China, and I was shocked. More people didn't know how to use gold and silver, and I was worried I was going to get my gold and silver back out of the country, because they don't care how much gold and silver you bring in the countries. It's how much you take out is when they get concerned. So I'm going to be taking less gold and silver with me when I go this time. I like gold and silver because it's less you need to take with the value, and that will, get me on planes, get me on boats. It'll get me on a lot of stuff, and people will take me in. Like I say, it makes my welcome easier, quick and easy. The only difference, I have to follow up with, like I say, skills. And that's where my Hoi Chi comes in. I do the Hui Chi, and I did good with it in China. The Orient, they're into natural healing, so I know I'm not going to have any problems with my Hui Chi, and I'm taking cups. I'm not going to be doing so much acupuncture like I normally do, so it'll be less acupuncture, more cups and Hui Chi. I'll be taking lighter gear. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about only taking 2 pairs of pants, and it'll be kind of like these, nylon, and it's going to be cargo pants. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been wearing more jeans type, denim type stuff. But where I'm going to be, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot all year round, and I'm going in the winter, so it's you might save maybe 10 degrees, but it's still going to be a little warm. But like I say, so I do travel like a refugee, and it's going to be very interesting. And so this is what I think it's odd when I talk about refugees, when I talk about coming into an area as a refugee, what you're going to expect, and how to keep refugees out of your area and stuff like that. These are things I do all the time. So that's why I know what I'm talking about on this stuff. So it's pretty funny because I never connected it so much in my travels. But I say it is exactly like that in my travels. Now the different things going to be coming up is I'm going to be doing some land traveling. I'm using air to get over there. And then I'll probably use air going from one country to another country. I'm just saying that probably because the reason is I still haven't figured out how to sail. And so I don't know if I want to buy a motorcycle and travel as far as I can on a motorcycle, but then again, sometime or another, I'm going to have to either fly to another place or get on a boat. So there's still things that I'm going to have to work out when I'm on the road. And but anyway, I just wanted to let you know, traveling like a refugee, you really got to be sharp, and you have to prepare. And prepare to travel light, as if traveling like a refugee like me, or when you're going to travel like a refugee, you can use a bus and really be prepared. So, but like I say, so I'm doing both extremes on how to travel as a refugee. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.